to Let's Get It, where we attack today's local or national hottest sports topics. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, and let's get after it.
Good morning, Let's Get It fans, and welcome to another episode of Let's Get It. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, along my co-host and producer, Jason Bryce, and always co-host Marcus Ball, coming to you on a much warmer Sunday morning than we have had the last 2 days. Got a lot to get into. Obviously, we are 1 week away from the Super Bowl 57, Eagles and Chiefs. We got a lot of great sports stuff to get into. We got Sixers have been on fire. Oh, yo, is there something I missed, Jay?
No.
Okay,
I'm talking to myself.
Oh, okay.
Last time I left my water, but now I was looking for my get right and everything. I'm good.
I mean, I thought I had a strong opening, and then I got the body language. But we got a lot of sports talk to get into. We got the Sixers have won 9 of their 10 games. Kyrie Irving up to his old tricks, and LeBron James.
Ouch. Go ahead.
LeBron James, 36 points away from passing Kareem for the all-time, and of course, the final retirement of Tom Brady, quote unquote. But either way, before we get into everything, Coach, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, man. It's the weather. I was very happy to step outside today and not have that damn moment.
Right.
That damn moment.
So I was good. But last 2 days, man, it's been it's just not. It should be illegal. That's not good. But today's not bad. But everything's going well. Good weekend so far, and all's good.
Yeah, it has been a good weekend. Like I said, I know that we are looking forward to watching you guys play in the Holy Cross tournament today against Triton, correct?
Yep, correct.
Yeah, and that's at 3 o'clock. We've been out there. Jay's been out there doing his PA announcing. Good stuff. Jay, how you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm doing really well, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Coach and everybody at Holy Cross Prep Academy. I think I was saying high school. I was going by what was on the floor, but it's Prep Academy.
Holy Cross Prep Academy.
Yeah. Shout out to them, you know what I'm saying, for giving me the opportunity to be able to do, something that I enjoy doing. Just been having a good time. I will admit, it's my fault, though. I didn't prepare nights before. You know what? I don't know if it's you guys are younger than me, but I don't know. But Coach, you can understand. Randy, you still climbing the charts. I'm not sure. Do you realize? Does it sink in sometimes? I'm getting older.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay.
It does.
Okay. All right. So that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things I'm gonna have to prepare for, like getting a good night's sleep and not, thinking, Thursdays is like Fridays, you know what I'm saying? So but other than that, I'm doing well. I'm having a good time. Shout out to my man, Patrick, Patrick Crump. Shout out to him, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just having a conversation with him, yesterday when I was at the game or whatever, man. And, you know what I'm saying? I just appreciated, what he was saying, you know what I mean? So, shout out to him. But other than that, I've been doing all right, man. It's been a busy week. A busy week, though. These last couple of weeks have been busy, but it's been really busy on the guidance front, on the business front, you know what I'm saying? On the enjoyment front, it's just only one person, man, you know what I mean? But doing all right, man.
You know what? I got to give you credit, and this is to you. No matter where you go, you never take the guidance counselor hat off. And that is something that I've noticed. No matter where you go, no matter what kids, what school, whoever it is, always asking them, did they take the SATs? What's your college plans? And that's kudos to you. Always,
I appreciate.
And that's pretty cool.
You know what? Because I am who I am. I can't help. I'm a counselor. Is who I am. So if you saying some nonsense or whatever, matter of fact, we ran into the shorty from West Hampton Tech.
Okay.
She was there. When we were sitting with her, I was sitting with her at the Paul VI tournament when it was Martin Luther King.
Yes.
Right. So I ran into her and I said, listen, did you do your Common App? No. Did you do it? I said, yeah, of course not. I knew you didn't. Well, you know what? I kind of, because she's trying to make some changes. And then she was like, yeah, she kind of maybe slipped a little bit. I'm like, did you think that I didn't think that you were not going to slip? Of course you're going to slip. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're still a baby.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's about that 2 steps forward, 1 step back. If you think about that, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. When I was young, I used to complain about that. I just can't get ahead, man. It's like I take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I wish I had somebody say, but you're still growing.
Still forward. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You're still moving. So it's all good though. But I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, I always know, no matter what tournament we're at, when you have the scorekeepers, the kids, like one of the first conversations is, what are your college plans?
Yeah,
what's your plan moving forward?
Yeah, you're senior school. You know what I'm saying? I like to have conversation. Like I met the lady.
And you know what's interesting too? I see that the way that they receive it is different because they can see that it's genuine.
Sure.
And it's not that, like, there when you're in school, the guidance counselor, they have a good relationship with them, but they know, like, oh, they're doing that because Mr. Bryce has to do it or whatnot. But they just know, like, this person's legitimately asking
I
me.
care.
And that's awesome.
Because I think that we have to, reach back. You know what I'm saying? There was a girl yesterday. She's going to be a dermatologist. She's at Paul VI, matter of fact. She's going to be a dermatologist, and she's going to UD. You know what I'm saying? Either UD or there's another school. But, matter of fact, it didn't matter what it was. She was going to UD. So,
okay, so that was her
I'm
goal.
like, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? She got high achieving marks. She was like, yo, I got like a 4.0. Freshman, sophomore, junior, but this year, I said, oh yeah, no, because you think you all that because you graduating, you know what I'm saying? So it's natural to take your foot off the pedal, you know what I'm saying? But some people, I'm not going to say no names, some people should never take their foot off the pedal because when you take it off the pedal, you might wind up failing. And I'm just going to leave it at that. But I'm going to leave it at that.
The secret words.
Yo, what up, Tone? Congratulations to you, too. My man, Tony, man. He's making big moves, man. Coming up.
No, that's cool. So, I mean, and that's just something. I think it's just in something that's in you. But I always wanted to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
So
I will say this, though, Coach. Yo, listen, you know how I realized yesterday we was getting old, or the day before? No, yesterday. Whenever I saw Samir, I saw your son, I saw, those kids that we play AU with. Yeah. Who was the kid on RV? Joey, yeah. I'm like, yo, they all look like grown men. Yeah. Deep voice. Samir said, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. I said, damn, you're grown man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we... From here, wow, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So that's, those are the circle of life moments that you just got to sit back and just be like, yeah, man,
That's exactly where it hit you. When you saw kids when they were younger. Tone actually asked, I saw he said thoughts on Kyrie.
Oh,
we're going to get into that. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. Even like I have kids like I was growing up with baseball or whatnot, and now they're like, "Hey, coach, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I mean, not that getting past me is much of an accomplishment, but either way, they're looking down like, "Hey, coach." Yeah, I'm like, "Oh my goodness." I had a kid that like I coached him when he was 7, and now he's 19.
Wow.
And he's like, he's just huge. I'm like, man,
wow.
But it is cool. And that tournament, like I said, if you guys have a chance to go check it out, we have 5 more games today, 6 more games,
5, I think.
5. Yeah. But over at Holy Cross Prep in Delran, a lot of
good games, man. I mean, that Haddonfield Morristown game, that was like a packed gym.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah, that was a good game. It was a really good game. You know what I mean? Haddonfield. You know what? And Morristown probably had more talent.
Definitely. Yep, I agree.
But the Haddonfield team is so systematically driven that they just take their part and maximize it and excel in it. And that guard, it's not, I want to say Ben DiNucci, but it's like
Narducci.
That guard, he's fearless. He don't care. He'll go in there. He doesn't care, man.
I was say this kid doesn't sound like he needs to be compared to Ben DiNucci.
No. Well, Ben DiNucci was garbage on the Cowboys, but he still was a heck of a player because to get to the NFL,
yeah, I know.
There's no scrubs.
There's
NFL,
not.
You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you that that game was tough, and that last game was good too. I was tired though, but it was good. What was that? Medford Tech. Yeah. Shout out to that coach, Powell. But they got a decent little squad, but they just turnovers. And you know what, Coach? What would you say is the most important position on the floor? I think it's the point guard.
I think it's the point guard without doubt.
Yeah, because you know what? When you're the point guard, and there was a key moment in that game where they got double teamed, and I mean that ref did have a quick 5 seconds, but he brought the ball over to him, which meant that you brought the trap.
The defense over, yep.
And that 5-second call was killer for them. That was killer for them. You know what I'm saying? So, but these are things that their kids, they'll learn and stuff like that. So, but great times, great tournament, though. Great tournament going on.
Yeah, and like I said, even when we were watching some of the games, you could just see the teams that are developed more and know how to run their plays crisply, and then playing, as a team, and the difference in the games. And there's a lot of the teams that are just playing like iso ball, looking for, like you're in a gym, just passing around, running nothing smoothly.
What is Tony talking about that he's a Clipper?
Well, I think he thinks that he's going to be a Clipper unless
something happens.
Unless something happened. First, okay, so here's my thoughts on Kyrie. I mean,
wait a minute.
If we're going to get into it. I mean, it's just Kyrie is, you never know. You know what you're going to get if he's able to be on the floor. But we've talked about it before. This is what comes with Kyrie. At this point, though, if you're the Brooklyn Nets, you are up against the wall. There's nothing you can do. He wants out, and I mean, you're not going to get much for him because teams know what are we going to give up? What are we going to give you for him? You have to get rid of him, and at that point. But the thing is, too, I mean, if you're a team trading for him, you have to. You also got to know, like, are you going to sign him to the 2-year deal? Or are you going to let him walk at the end of the season? Because my thing is, let's say a team like the Clippers who could use him. If they sign him, Kyrie's going to want this contract signed prior to the playoffs really kicking underway. If he doesn't get that 2-year contract extension, you're risking not risking much, but you may not have Kyrie when it counts again because he might say, "Oh, I need to take some time off" or whatnot.
Well, let me say this. If you were Kyrie, what would you do?
Right now?
Yeah, like what would your position be if you were Kyrie? Sometimes I think we got to look at it from the other point of view. Like, if you were Kyrie, what would you do? Would you sign that contract?
Well, sign what contract?
Yeah, that's what it broke down because there was some language in the contract that was stating something about like, yo, if you don't win the championship, you can't, guarantee your 4th year. You can't leave, or it becomes this and that. And then if you play a certain amount of games, or if you do, what I'm saying? I don't know.
I didn't even know that he even.
It's the contract negotiations that broke down.
But I thought there was nothing actually on the table.
No, there is on the table, and it broke down. And that's what made him say that. It's almost like a negotiation ploy, you know what I'm saying? But if you were Kyrie, what would you do?
I'm sorry, if I have a max deal in front of me, I'm signing it because I think with the uncertainty that he brings, if someone offers it to you, I take it.
You're not answering the question because I asked you. You said with the uncertainty that he brings, you're Kyrie.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I'm signing it.
You're signing the deal.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
I'm signing it.
Okay. What about you, Coach?
Well, like Randy said, I didn't even know that they were in talks for a contract. I didn't know that was even under whatever. So, I mean, I'm not going to say whatever the deal was, I'd sign it. But with the way the NBA is now, I would sign. If somebody's offering me a long-term deal and I'm Kyrie, I'm signing it and then demanding a trade.
Gotcha.
So like a Ben Simmons maneuver.
Because
I got you.
Because right now, I think, in my opinion, he's going to get traded somewhere, probably somewhere he doesn't want to be for the rest of the season, and then he's a free agent. If I'm a team, I don't know if I can't see myself giving him a max deal.
No.
If I'm a team, yes.
But see, if you trade for him too.
So I'm saying, looking at it from, if I'm Kyrie, I have to look at all those things. So where am I going to where's my best long-term value? And it might be here, right? Like if they're willing to, I don't know what other team is going to give me this deal.
I think Kyrie is saying, this is what I would say. Hey, what's up, Coach Bird? Coach, yo, I got to get on the Bird show. You know what I'm saying? I got to get on the Bird show, yo.
The Bird.
I got to get on it. Yo, the way they got oh, man, the background.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I got to get on the Bird show, yo. If think about it like this from Kyrie's point of view, right? So I took all your hits, right? All your things that you threw at me, you know what I mean? Like everything that you threw at me. America down me, you know what I'm saying? Everything. And I came out and I still was cracking people. cracking people.
He's averaging 27 this year. He's doing his thing.
My value is all the way up. As the kid says, Kyrie's valid. You know what I'm saying? His value is valid. Who ain't gonna want Kyrie? I would take Kyrie can ball. Bottom line,
But
he
see,
can
that's
ball.
the thing, though.
And he took all of those situations, all of them, and he still came out and was busting everybody behind. I really want to curse, but we got a sponsor. But you know what I'm saying? He was busting they behind, yo.
FrontRunnerNewJersey.com.
Yes, absolutely. But he was busting them behind, yo. So how can you not say, like, I'm not signing nothing because I took all your hits. And plus you played me because I shared a book. I shared something that I was reading, trying to find myself. Who doesn't do that? Who doesn't share things? You know what I'm saying? He got vilified. It's always seemed like, and I'm just being honest with you, it seemed like to me, it starts to shape up as it's more than just contracts. It's more of some underlying things.
I mean, when it comes to Kyrie and other players, yeah. But in this situation, I think that nobody ever doubts what Kyrie brings to the floor. And everybody knows that. That's why the teams take the risks on him. And that's why there is such a market, because people know that if we get Kyrie on the floor, he can make us a championship type team. I honestly think, and it depends on what the team is at. I mean, when he was with LeBron, he was able to, succeed. And I think LeBron was able to kind of keep him in check. Mm-hmm. So does he look to go to a team like the Lakers? I mean, I heard rumors of the Suns, the Mavericks. I don't think those type of teams are good matches.
Tony was talking about the Clippers. So the Clippers.
Well, I think the Clippers, because then if you have Kawhi, Paul George, Kyrie, you have a big three.
The best fit for him is LA. I think that LA is where he goes.
But none of that matters because it's what the Nets want. Who's going to give the Nets the most?
Right.
Kyrie has no say in the matter at all. He could end up in Houston.
That's true. That is very true. But I will tell you this: with him saying that he wants out, he just stuck the banana in the tailpipe for the Nets.
Yeah,
but the Nets still.
No.
Go ahead.
Listen, at the end of the year, he walks free, and he's saying, "I want out." So now, what do other teams say? I don't know. I'm not giving you that much because I don't know what he will do.
Right. I
don't know this. So the Nets are in a situation like, yo, I can keep him and get nothing, or I can trade him and get something.
No. I'm saying he's going to get traded.
Right.
But I'm saying he doesn't get to pick what's the best fit for him.
Right.
Because it's going to depend on what team is willing to give the Nets the best package. So if the Lakers are the best fit, that's great. Or the Clippers are the best fit, that's great. But if they're not willing to give up as much as the Pacers, then he's going to Indiana.
That's true, but I think he goes to LA, and I think he goes straight up for Westbrook, and well, let's say Westbrook, because I like Westbrook, but
playing well.
But he's
been playing well.
He's been playing a little bit better.
Yes.
Okay. Well, listen, I give up Westbrook.
He's not the problem, is what I'll say. He's not the problem in LA.
No, I'm not saying
Who's the problem, Anthony Davis?
That's part of it.
That's a big part of it. But it's just the way the whole roster's built. Like they have no shooting.
They have no shooting,
and that's not Russ's fault. Like that's if you put Russ, Anthony Davis, LeBron, and two shooters on the court, you're going to be really good.
Yeah, but if you put Kyrie on the floor with that team,
oh yeah,
you're going to be you become now championship material.
Speaking of shooters, and it's just to switch real quick.
Sure.
If with Brooklyn, obviously, if they when they trade Kyrie, they know that their window for any kind of championship this year is done. Do you then, if you're the Sixers,
you said this year or any year?
I said for this year.
Any year.
Okay. Either way. So if you're the Sixers, do you go and say, "Hey, can we get Seth Curry back?" What would it take to get Seth Curry back?
Yeah. You can definitely.
I was going to say,
definitely make that phone call.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I think the bigger question is, do they in turn have to trade KD?
KD's going out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep,
so
that's the next maneuver.
the bigger question.
Brooklyn's over. It's done.
So
it's sad, man. You know what? The Nets have been cursed probably from the curse of Dr. J. You know what I'm saying? They haven't won a title since then. They're actually like the basketball Philadelphia Eagles at one time.
Who? What?
I'm saying they hadn't won nothing. They haven't won an NBA championship. I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. I mean, at one time, the Eagles is doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Look, he's
I was like, wait a minute.
Eagle
What?
proud. You know what
No,
I'm
we were
saying?
having a great
Eagle
show,
proud.
and
No,
then there
it's
was,
still a great show. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Importantness, and that's what we should all feel some type of way. Look at you feel some type of way for your Philadelphia team, but not for your New Jersey
Here
team.
we go.
Look at that. How is that? How is that possible?
Listen,
I think it's both of you guys. Both of you guys are New Jersey residents. Born and raised, born and bred.
Keith Van Horn.
Proximity.
What was that? What we got that comment? Kyrie is a typical me first guy, a stat guy.
He
Road
said Kyrie's
LeBron.
a cancer. Let's go there. You know, I saw that language, man. I don't know if I can go there with it. You know, but I understand the point of view, though. I definitely understand. I don't know if he's a stat guy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I can understand that. You know what? Kyrie has not made any of the people around him better. So I could say that. Everywhere he's gone to try, because he left LeBron saying that he wanted to be his own Batman, and he hasn't. You know, well, no, he hasn't been. No, he just hasn't been. Just hasn't worked.
No.
And from what I was talking at the desk the other day, with what's his name? I'm sorry, I'm bad with names sometimes.
Oh, Zach,
and you, I think. We were talking about Kyrie.
Yeah.
And I know they got demolished. I know they got demolished by the Celtics.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it was 47-10 or something in the first quarter.
Was it that the Thursday night game? That Thursday?
Wednesday night, maybe.
Wednesday.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Yeah. I
I
didn't know
remember
that. I didn't know that.
It was sad. It was
So like, and that's because Boston gets up every time that Kyrie comes to town or whatever. Like, because they don't forget that. You know what I mean? So, but if I'm a team, give me Kyrie. Give me Kyrie.
yeah. Give me Kyrie, the on the court basketball player.
Well,
Absolutely.
the problem, I'm just saying, the problem with it is, what are you willing to give up to get him? And knowing that, or do I just try to go get him in the summer?
Kyrie is not going to be that same person that said the world was flat and
Why not?
Yeah. What makes you
cannot-
think?
because you cannot listen, you cannot go through that experience that he just went through. I'm telling you, he got publicly thrashed.
But Kyrie doesn't care.
Oh, you think he didn't care about that?
I really
Of
don't.
course he
I
cared
don't
about
think
that.
Kyrie. I think Kyrie's still focused on
That
doing
went
what
past-
Kyrie
but
wants to
that
do.
went past basketball.
But that doesn't mean.
Sure.
That does mean that went past.
But I don't think that. I still think there's a chance that you're still going to get that version.
I just think when things don't,
I think you will.
forget even the outside. I think in basketball terms, when things aren't going well, he's a flight risk. I want out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's who he's
Okay. Now,
kind of proven to be.
I can accept that argument.
So like, and I'm not going outside. Forget like the outside. I
Sure.
always think he's going to be Kyrie
regardless.
regardless.
Okay.
And I don't even think all of that is bad. Like I'm not saying it all in a bad way, but he's not going to be the quiet, just shut up and hoop guy. Like, and that's fine. He doesn't have to be. But I'm saying basketball wise, when so if I'm the Lakers, right? If I'm the Lakers, and what am I willing to trade for Kyrie, right? I don't know. So if am I going to give up the 2 first-round draft picks, Russell Westbrook, and something else it's going to take to do it, right? So then I do that. All right. So now I have him, and then I sign him long term, right? Now LeBron's not staying, right? Because whenever Bronny's coming, he's going wherever
He's going
Bronny's
where-
going.
yeah, right.
So we got that. So maybe for another year we have all 3 of them. So now it's Kyrie and AD,
All right.
and now AD's hurt.
Right. So
Now what?
I get your point.
So like that's why I'm like, I don't know if teams are going to be willing to just go all in on Kyrie,
I think that the trade offers are going to be very low.
which they should be
But-
because they have to trade him.
right. But let me ask you now, because you brought up the interesting point that came up was, do you think he's changed? I say that you cannot, as an African American black male, you cannot go through that experience and not be changed. That I know from. In some ways, experience firsthand, but just over the course of history, you cannot go through that and still be the same.
I agree, but I don't know if that makes him change. He doesn't. He's still the same. And like I said, I'm not saying this in a bad way. He's still who he is.
Sure, we show up wherever we go, right?
So I don't mean that, and I don't mean that in a negative way.
Sure, right, I got you. Just your personality, whatever. But I think those antics or the stuff before, like I saw the perspective before when he was, kind of like the world is flat and I saw all that, right? And not get the shot, and I saw that. This last one I didn't really see. This is what made me kind of switch and say, nah, you know what? Nah, it's just fair. I mean, nah, you're not gonna publicly criticize him for trying to find out information. There's nothing wrong with that. We do that every day in school. Right. So what is the problem with that? You know what I'm saying? So, but it's because it went deeper than just, an inquisitive mind trying to find out information. It went deeper than that. Like, no, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a reality check. The thing, I guess what I'm trying to say in layman's terms is that every African-American male has that point in life when it's like, okay, I see it. And it's what everyone goes through. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, what was he, like 30, 31, 32? I can't see him being the same. He's not going to be the same. He can't be the same.
What's going to be different, I guess is my question.
I think that, just him being more of a overall better person, maybe not being that quitter that he's been, that selfish guy, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the smartest one in the room guy. Because that's what's been killing him, right? I'm the smartest one in the room theory guy.
Do you, right, I agree. Do you think that if the Nets don't trade him, he'll play the rest of the season?
I don't know. He's out with a calf now.
No, he doesn't. I think that if he doesn't get traded, then.
So I think that kind of tells me, and like I said, I'm strictly talking about basketball, the basketball team. Because I agree. I think the outside antics, will be less public. Mm-hmm. And he'll still do all his I'm a martyr stuff.
Sure.
But I don't think it'll be as public. But basketball wise, that would tell me everything I need to know.
Well, I mean, whether he should play will be the same reason we think Lamar Jackson should play. Is that fair?
No, because Lamar Jackson was hurt.
He could have came back though.
He could have came back, right? He could have.
He was legitimately hurt.
But I'm saying he could have come back. Kyrie's not hurt.
Well, he's got a calf strain.
my calf strained right now too. but
I mean, I'm just saying though. But what was driving Lamar not to come back? Because the fact that he didn't what?
The contract.
He didn't have a long-term deal. So why would he put himself out there, risk getting hurt? And then guess what? He gets hurt. Then he's getting that money. So Kyrie's going to have the same theory. So I have the same thinking. Same mind frame.
I guess here's my counter to that is you're here under contract. You're playing now. You demand a trade, or I'm leaving at the end of the season. Right. So those are two different things.
Right.
Trade me, or I'm leaving at the end of the season.
That's why he put it out there.
So that's fine. Right. So we're not going to trade you. So you can leave at the end of the season.
Okay.
So you should be playing until the end of the season. Now, if he's going to say I have my calf strain, I have my Ben Simmons stuff, whatever, that's fine.
Here's what I say. If you were Kyrie, that's what I said. What would you do? Would you play? I probably wouldn't play.
No, I'm not going to play because I hold the cards.
Not just that, because you don't want to hurt your body. And then you mess up your payday.
Right. I mean, he's going to get paid by somebody.
It's the same reason why varsity players won't. They're not. There's certain tournaments or certain games they're not playing.
Well, yeah.
We might be at the park and it might be us old heads. People that's like varsity players. DJ Wagner's not playing in no pickup game. He's got too much value to try to.
It's like the guys that don't play in their bowl games and stuff like that.
So I guess here's my thing. So on Wednesday it's okay to play, but on Thursday it's not. That's my problem.
But yeah,
on Wednesday it was fine that I can play. But on Thursday, no, I can't play.
And I think he scored like 30 on Wednesday.
And that's like where I go like,
It's got a cap straight. I'm just saying. Like,
But
it's not cap straight.
you know, it's
that's
funny.
fine. Like, right. No, I got you.
Cap straight.
It's funny. You brought up Ben Simmons, and no one I don't think is enjoying this more than him because this is really just he can just sit back,
Nobody's worried about
relax,
Nobody's
collect
worried
his
about how
check,
bad he is.
and nobody cares. He's like, this is
terrible.
This is the best situation. I know. I'd be Ben sitting in his house like,
He's
man, this
terrible.
is what I was hoping for. Just collect my money.
Now he went through a situation where I think that it was counterproductive,
For sure.
and I think that he actually got worse.
Yeah.
He did, but the thing is,
That's sad though.
he somehow just now found his little niche where they're just like, whatever, we're just going to pay him.
Well, he's gonna be out of the league soon. Like whatever this contract.
I was going to say,
No, seriously. Whenever
you're
whenever
right.
this contract is up, he'll get one more 1-year deal.
and that's
And
it.
that's
do you know
it.
who's back in the league with the Sixers? Well, with the Blue Coats,
No.
Jaleel Okafor.
Oh God.
Jaleel Okafor should be in the NBA.
Where?
I don't know, just a 13th man on some team. He's
Oh.
good enough to do that. Like
Because I just saw that they made
He's
some
just-
trade with a Mexican.
He was
NBA.
soft.
he was. No, he was. But he was skilled.
He was skilled.
And the reason why he's so bad is because of the hype around him.
Yeah.
Like if he was the 12th pick, like he'd still be in the NBA.
But also, I think the NBA at that time was still, you still had a lot of quality
Big
bigs.
man, board, big man driven.
Right. And he was soft. Like, what's Jaleel? 7 foot?
That'd be right there. Yeah.
What's tight? I have like 2 rebounds, 3 rebounds.
I think it was like
Come on.
7, like 260. Like it's supposed to be
Come on.
a big dude.
Come on.
But it was
But I
funny.
think this NBA fits him more.
Yeah,
I don't remember him shooting. Did he have
He
like
can shoot a little bit.
a little J?
Yeah.
but I saw that yesterday that like from the Mexico League that the Sixers made a trade and they were circled Jaleel Okafor back and everything comes full circle.
But you know what though? Could he be like backup for Embiid?
well, that's what the Sixers are looking for. The Sixers are looking at what's his name, Vanderbilt from the Jazz. I saw.
that. I saw
You
that.
know,
like him.
as a good bet. I think the Sixers realize that they have to get a backup.
Yeah, I mean, because Montrez is good though.
Right,
You know
but
what I'm
he's
saying?
not. When it comes down to it, he's not going to.
And he's never been good in the playoffs, Montrez.
Really?
Never been good.
Okay.
So even we talked about the Lakers, and obviously another milestone for LeBron. Going to pass, going to become the all-time scorer. So I guess all right. There's all different thoughts on it, and what are your thoughts when you think about like LeBron, the all-time scorer? I know what does that do anything for shifting the weight of where he ranks, or
And does that, and then just to add that, does that stop the LeBron versus KD debate?
well, I don't think there is a debate.
Is that
No,
that's a debate?
that's a debate thing.
I mean, that might be a debate for like who's better right this second.
I mean, career-wise, I feel like
But
LeBron
it's
is
not
here.
even close. So my thing has always been, and it took a lot for me to say this, when it's all said and done, LeBron will have had the greatest career of any NBA player ever.
Yes.
But if you're telling me to pick teams, I still want Mike.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So I think Mike was just a bit like, so
Unstoppable.
right. So
Unstoppable.
the fact that
Containable.
I think the most crazy thing to me is we've always thought LeBron as a facilitator. Like he's not like, that's what it's always been. He's a facilitator. He plays the game. He finds the open man. That was probably always his, like, that's who he was.
Right.
So for him to go and now break the scoring record, it just shows how great he is. Like, and it shows his longevity and his health and all that as well. Cause obviously you can't do it without that.
Right.
But it's unbelievable. And I think I was never a Kareem fan, so I'm happy he doesn't have, because that's everybody's argument about Kareem. I just never liked. I don't know.
But in fairness, when we were watching Kareem, he was like towards the end.
Towards the end, there's no doubt.
He was towards the end. Yeah.
I mean, I just think the look of him looked like a nerd. Like I'm
Right,
like, come on,
right.
man. Like this can't be the guy.
You ever saw him on Airplane?
Yes. So like this can't be the guy. But no, I mean LeBron's greatness is undeniable. There's nothing, LeBron can play in any era and dominate. Like he's great.
Yeah.
He's
And
great.
I will say this: the thing about LeBron, I appreciate is that his game has grown.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a time when around 2010, 2011, he was scared to go to the free throw line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to see him overcome those things, to see him, he's just been a great player. And then he's a great, advocate as well. You know what I'm saying? And then to show how, his he come from, your high school friends, you help your high school friends and you make them successful. And, he's been making the people around him successful from a very long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, he's going through some things, man. We, at one point I was like, yo, because then, what's his name? Delonte West was banging his moms. And it was terrible, man. He's going through some things, man. But he's been with the same girl. He's cares about his children. And now his children about to come in the league. He's that dude, man. He's that dude for me, man. I told him I didn't like him is when he went to Miami. When he went to Miami, I couldn't stand him.
The decision.
I couldn't stand him.
And that's
I thought Cleveland was okay. I thought that, I thought Cleveland's problem was coaching.
But I mean, yeah.
Dare I say. I didn't like that. I didn't like the coach of Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? And then when he came back, he wrote that letter, that heartfelt letter. That to me is, like I said, he's somebody that I feel comfortable with kids looking up to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at it and say,
right,
do your career like this, that's the guy.
Jordan,
and the thing is,
Jordan,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, Jordan, I never looked up to Jordan.
Yeah.
Well, I think because
I never did.
Because outside of the court, you didn't exactly emulate the best guy.
Right. To this day, he still doesn't.
Yeah, right. I never,
mean,
but he was unstoppable. There was a point in time when I used to root for Jordan, and that was when he was going against the Celtics. Yeah, and when they had Doug Collins, and Doug Collins said, "Listen, what was the play? Give it to Michael, and everybody get the F out the way."
I mean, it's a pretty good play. I probably would have done the same thing if I was
still.
So
you weren't rooting for Mike in the 90s?
Now when they started winning, when they beat Detroit, yes. When they started winning, I'm an underdog guy, so I don't know. After a while, it's like, damn, you can't. Damn, it's almost like the league didn't want him to lose.
I always rooted for him. And I always found, you talk about the underdog, I always found the underdog on the Bulls, to root for, the BJ Armstrong.
Yeah, I met him in the airport.
Oh,
Miami. Him and Pat Riley, actually.
So that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, because everybody, I'm not, everybody goes in this direction. Just go this way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
What I was going to say too about LeBron and the coolest thing, no matter any record he does, the coolest thing of his whole career is going to be when he steps on the floor with Bronny.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's just going to be the greatest moment. And a very, very cool baseball moment. It's like when you saw Griffey Sr. and Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
You know
what, though? I will say that, and I'm starting to get into them now because I couldn't afford them when I was a kid. And then my father was definitely not buying them. Jordans. Just the fact that Air Jordans and the way people pay money and go for, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. There's nothing like those.
There's nothing like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Are you into oh, you are?
I mean, I don't it's gotten out of hand now. Right. Okay. So I'm not but yeah, I have my fair share.
You do? Okay. All right. But no other athlete, I think, will be the same. Nobody's going to be like, yo, I want to get the LeBron threes. Nah.
The only person that has a chance.
Go ahead.
No, it's a K. It's not Kyrie.
You don't think
it's Kobe?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because no matter what Kobe shoe they put out,
that's the only one.
Okay, and that's and just because he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah,
because they were always super popular anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he's gone, and then they stopped making them because his wife had the battle with Nike,
right? And
now they just kind of rejoined in forces, and they're going to start up again.
Wait till they put out the Giannis.
It's gonna they put out one pair that had the her number on it, and it's
dope.
Those things you can't even.
Yeah, it's dope.
Do you want to know the only basketball shoe I ever bought?
I already know
which one.
Either the Shaq or the Marburys?
Both. They were the Starberry, and then the Shaq that had the 3 white dizzy lines.
With him hanging.
Those,
the actual Reebok ones.
yes, those were. That was my. They when I
Kamikazes.
yes when I had my brief stint as a lethal shooter.
Yeah.
Those were my go-to.
There's 3 pairs of Jordans I want. I'm about to get real soon, and then there's a pair of Patrick Ewings, and that's a New York thing. I don't know if y'all rock them down here.
No.
Right, but I'm gonna give me a pair of Patrick Ewings.
Barkley's down here.
Barkley,
I do
Deshaun
want a pair-
Bradley's.
Come on. I do want a pair of Barclays though. I got an old pair of Barclays or whatever, but yeah, I mean, that to me is where I think Mike sets himself apart because them Air Jordans.
Yeah.
I still think the best pair.
The Jordan brand is just
first one.
it's just cool. I mean, but the Jordan brand is also
That's what a lot
going.
of people say.
First ones.
That's a lot of people say.
Because I think because of the time and was like, yo, what has he got on?
I mean, it was Jordan Day just 2 days ago.
Was it?
2-3.
Oh.
And everyone was. I mean, seeing on
okay.
social media, everyone putting their Jordans up. I was like, wow, like that's pretty cool.
He was, I will say that. I don't know what they say about Kareem. I don't know what they say about LeBron. LeBron can be contained. Michael, you couldn't do nothing. Nothing. Zero.
No.
Kobe, you could contain, I think, a little bit. Towards the end. Yeah, but.
Kobe would shoot himself out of the game.
Right, he's right. Michael, never.
No,
I don't even remember Michael ever having a bad game.
the man had the flu and dropped 30-some points.
Yeah, you know what I mean, even when he came with the baseball, came back and scored 55 at the Garden.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what's crazy? We talk. I think we're on another show. His numbers in baseball actually were not bad. Like for a guy who just decided I'm going to go try to play baseball.
yeah, he wasn't that bad. He was
You
like
know,
a,
like a 2-something hitter.
Double A?
Yeah,
yeah, double A. He wasn't that bad. Could the Phillies have brought him up?
probably at that time.
I would have been there.
I would have been there absolutely. But he did come up with the White Sox.
Yeah. Listen, can we?
And he had a go-ahead double.
Did he really?
I watched the highlight the other day.
Wow.
I never knew.
Wow. Yeah. Can we give a round of applause for Scott Rowland?
Yeah, good guy. Give him a little Scott. Give him a little applause.
No, you know what I'm saying? What does he go in as?
No, he's not. I mean,
He's a Cardinal,
the thing is, Scott Rowland, right? He's a Cardinal. No, go ahead, Scott Rowland. Scott Rowland is. I didn't. I got to give him his respect. I didn't realize how good his career ended up being.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is he in the Philly Hall of Fame?
I don't believe he is.
He will be, yo.
Yeah, I mean,
we're running out.
the thing is,
we're running out of space on the wall.
I mean, we can't have somebody in there with some actual accomplishments.
We gotta be a little bit more picky about who we're taking.
selective. Okay.
But the thing was with him, and the thing was, it was all based. That was when Scott Boras, his agent, was,
Right.
but the Phillies weren't paying anybody at that time anyway because they weren't in any kind of facet to win.
Wow.
It was a different different ownership. So
Yeah.
How long was he in Philly?
actually was here for like 6 seasons from,
Right.
and I was surprised.
How long was he in St. Louis?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look.
Longer than that?
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, because baseball careers typically are long career. So, but I mean,
He was unbelievable defensively. I didn't, and like I said, looking at his numbers, I didn't realize how good he was.
yeah. I mean, why would you trade somebody like that? My gosh.
Oh, they let him go. I hope they traded him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just wanted to celebrate, with you guys. I thought I might have shared and tagged you guys and on Facebook with that. I wasn't sure. But, I definitely wanted to, so shout out to Scott Rowland and those Phillies out there that, need to be, acknowledged.
6 seasons. 6 seasons.
Richie Ashburn.
Both.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, 6 with both.
Wow. And he goes in as a what, Philly?
No, he go in as a Cardinal because he didn't end with on good terms here at all.
Mm.
So
Oh, boy. Well, it's all good. How about them Eagles, though? You know what I mean? Yo, listen, did anybody... First of all, I got 2 things I have to say before we even started going to those Eagles. It's about the Eagles game. What a game, first of all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jalen Hurts and the things that he was doing. And
this is my last Sunday's game.
yeah.
No, I think it was a terrible game actually.
It wasn't one of his better games.
No, it wasn't one of his better game, but he got the job done.
No, there's no question. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It was a terrible game. I mean,
He got the job done.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm saying in general, like it was actually a boring.
Oh, it was a bad game to watch.
It was a boring game.
Yeah. But I saw when they ran Hurts ran out of bounds, right? And the guy pushed him and got that penalty, right? The biggest story, there's two biggest stories from that game were the CSC guy, the security. Did you guys happen to see that?
No.
Well, he ran out of bounds. The guy pushed him in the back. He fell over into the CSC guy, and that caused the guy to fall straight back like this. Damn. This fool got right back up and was like, yeah.
Jay would have got paid.
What? Yo, listen. The ambulance would have had to come across the field and get me, yo. Are you kidding me?
That was your moment. That was his moment.
Go back. If you guys get a chance to go back and watch that. Dude, he got clipped. He took his legs out.
Okay.
Straight back. Bam. He gets up. Yeah, I'm like, what is wrong with you? He was more.
He probably slept on the couch that night.
You know what I'm saying?
His wife was mad as anything.
Oh man, listen. I'm sure his wife would have been like, listen, come on. I'm telling you, anybody with my cat would have been like, oh, you know what?
Stay down.
Oh,
Stay
Jay.
down.
They'd be like, Jay, don't get up. Don't get up.
That's funny.
Yo, that one. And what the heck is going on with Terry Bradshaw?
Yo.
Terry's really.
He was coming across a little racist a little bit. He said, come here, uglies. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Terry Bradshaw.
Wait a minute. You know, that could be taken in a different way. What are you? And what is going? Somebody said that he's going through a couple of health things or whatever.
Yeah, no, because even if you watch him, if you watch him, he's like, this is not something to laugh about. Terry.
They gotta get him off the air. Like,
okay, something's going on.
Yeah,
okay, because even when they were singing the EAGL fly, I mean, it was not the timing. You know, you see Hurts like.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, because they caught him off guard too. He was like, "What are you?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
thank God he knew the song.
Right.
I just don't.
Thank God he knew the song because I'm not a fan. I don't. You know the song?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay.
That's it. But I mean, I think that they need from now on to move forward not having Terry Bradshaw on the celebratory stage.
I think when someone told me that, he's got some health things, then I'm like, okay, all right, you know what I'm saying? You keep him on, you know what I mean? But at first it was coming across like, they be sipping, huh?
Yeah.
And then when he said, oh, come over here, uglies.
What? Wait a minute. I'll be honest, I don't watch any of that.
Oh no, I watched it because I wanted to. I told you I was happy. I'm happy for Jalen Hurts. I'm happy for him. I'm really happy. I mean, I owe it to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really do owe a lot to you because y'all was killing him. You was killing him, killing him.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is and then you would put out. Cryptic
message
stuff. Oh yeah,
hey, listen,
wait, let me.
Okay, all right, go ahead, finish.
Philadelphia won. Once again, poor throwing, but he made plays with his leg. You know what I'm saying? It was like he had Carson hurt, and I'm like, yo, man, give the brother a chance, man. You know what I mean? And you know what? Listen, he's to see how he has gone from here to here for you is everything.
I mean, listen. I own up to it. I underestimated.
This is where I wish that we were. And listen, I'm speaking this into existence that we get big time because then we can call on the producer to say, producer, run that tape when Randy said he was like, yeah, I just can't.
I know.
I just can't.
I underestimated the man. I can't even doubt it. And now it's funny because if you like even my interactions today at the Dunkin' with an Eagles fan,
right?
My last question to him was, you have to sign Jalen Hurts today. Do you do it or not? And he said yes. And I'm just, but you never would have caught me even advocating for him.
Absolutely not.
So,
I mean, not even, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, there's still doubters out there. There are still doubters out there.
Oh, I know there are, and I know you know some of them.
Yeah, I do. I do. And now it's funny. I wish you could have seen a tweet that I put out yesterday.
Okay.
That was someone was trying to defend Carson, and I had to catch myself. I thought I was having an out of body experience because I was like, "How do you defend that man?" And
Here's my question for you guys: the 49ers. How do they not have someone on the roster that can throw the ball?
You mean after Purdy?
After Purdy, after Johnson, that's fine. You only dress 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
But don't you have to have that like emergency guy that tight end that played
Somebody
that played quarterback in high school or something?
Right.
but that's what they were saying. Like it was like you like Juszczyk or something. The fullback used to play tight end.
Like because they were talking about McCaffrey or whatever. Like why didn't?
Yeah.
Because you're just
and also, don't
you're
these guys
waving
just
the white
warm
flag.
up with each other? Like and can throw like 15, 20 yards?
Like they just so like it's fourth and 7. They're trying to run a reverse. Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
You know.
I would think you would just have somebody that can do something.
Yeah. I knew it was over when Purdy got hit. And then Johnson got hurt. It was
yeah.
oh man. Like,
Well, and that's what I mean. It's just like, all right. At that point, I was like, well, we're going to the Super Bowl. Cool.
then you got the fight going on. You know what I'm saying?
He slammed.
He slammed the hell out
He
of
did.
him.
He did.
That's a big dude.
That is a
big
big
deal.
dude.
That's a big dude.
You know,
Yeah.
and then I mean, then see, it's back to you and your tweets. You know what I'm saying? You had a problem with what the Giants did
What do you mean?
with lighting up the Empire. I'm sorry, what the New York did.
Yeah, no
Lighting up.
reason for that. There is no reason for that. You don't support
You gotta help him.
your rival
But-
team.
but
You got to help him, Coach.
I guess for me it's
No.
what was the point of it? Like what was the
They
what's
lit
the
up-
connection?
They
Like
lit up.
why didn't
they
they
lit-
light it up for the Chiefs?
I think they did.
Okay.
No.
They lit up.
No, they lit up green because the NFC East. They said, go Eagles.
Right. I think it was like NFC East thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care. No, I would never. But
But you compared the rivalry to Red Sox, Yankees. Heck no. Not
Okay.
Wait, do you think? Wait, hold on. Do you think that the New York looks at the New York Philly rivalry like New York Boston?
No.
You're out of your mind.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? And you, as Philly fans, don't even look at New York Philly as
I really don't even
Philly
hate the
and
Giants.
Dallas.
I have nothing really against the
You
Giants,
understand what I'm saying? Like it's not that deep.
but I'm still not lighting up whatever it is in Philly.
Right, that's what I'm saying because you haven't been at the table.
No, it doesn't matter.
I think it was unnecessary. I don't have a problem with them doing it. Like I'm not like why I would never do that. I just don't think. I just think it's just whatever.
And
why is it need to be
you know,
done?
you're both my guys.
I'm not
man,
doing
but
it.
you guys haven't been at the table long. You know what
I'm never.
saying?
I'm never supporting another team in my city.
You just haven't been at the table. Listen,
No.
What did Boston do
What?
to Philly? When Philly beat Boston in 82, the Boston fans were shouting, BLA, BLA.
Okay, that's different though.
What's so different? What's so different? BLA, BLA. What's so different about
I'm
that?
not lighting it up. I'm not lighting it
It's
up.
nice because I'm saying because you haven't been at the table for long.
not
You
doing
have to learn. You have to learn table side championship table side manners.
Oh, my
And
I don't have a problem with them doing it. I just think it's like I think it was out of place. Like what like. I don't know. Like the BLA thing, like I get that. Even what Michael Parsons said to Lane Johnson, like go win a championship
Yes.
for these. Like I get that, but like just lighting up the building, like I don't know. That just seemed out of place. Like I don't care who did it, not because it was a New York Philly thing. It just seemed like out of place. That's all.
I mean, I don't even know if people really understand how big this story is. This story is bigger than just the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taking someone that was crumbs on the table. Okay, everybody vilified him and said he couldn't do it. He wasn't good enough. And he has his team playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he does.
That's the bigger story.
Well, it was
And
again.
I think that might be why there's going to be more than just the Empire State Building.
No, there's not. Nobody cares.
I would even challenge you that most of people that's watching the Super Bowl will be rooting for the Eagles.
Well, they are, but it's just
There's no question.
But they are. But that's because you're either a Chiefs fan at this point or you're against the Chiefs. There's more teams that hate that don't want to see the Chiefs win.
Don't minimize or miss the story, Randy. There's a bigger story.
There is, but at the same time, you're talking about the crumb. The only reason, not the only reason, but Jalen Hurts was doubted based on, and he always been doubted. He always has been doubted because even in college he was doubted and overcame. So
that's
Hold on. He wasn't doubted. When was he doubted in college?
well, he was you know what? He wasn't doubted. He was doubted, after he struggled. Because Alabama, he struggled in the first half of that.
sounds like doubt to me.
Hold on.
I don't know what you're hearing.
At Alabama, he was bad.
So he starts at Alabama,
Which,
the best
yeah, the
team in the country,
Mm-hmm.
plays poorly. We bring in another quarterback who's unbelievable.
A stud, yeah.
So he transfers to another great school and leads them. I don't think that's doubt. I think that's perseverance
Yeah.
in that situation.
Okay,
Now,
I love it.
in Philly, he was doubted. There's no question about that.
Yes.
But I don't want to. He's been doubted his whole career. No. He's overcome obstacles, but I don't think that's doubt when you're the best when you're the leading quarterback on the number one team in the country and you don't play well. So we bring in the number two quarterback in the country and he dominates. So you
That's
transfer
true.
on
He
your
is
own.
like the
You
number
transfer
two, yeah.
Okay,
and you do your thing. Like, I don't think that's doubt.
okay. I still think the bigger story is someone that had nothing but doubt and adversity in his face to overcome and rise and bring his team to the Super Bowl. I mean, to actually do it, not to help along the way and get celebrated. No, to actually do it.
I mean, is there someone in particular that you were thinking of?
No, I'm just
Okay.
saying.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that I'm just going to say most of America is rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'll agree, and I'll agree that. So the Super Bowl brings out everybody, right? I think it's the one sport event that brings out
Everybody.
Yeah, because it's a social thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So who has the better storyline? Absolutely the Eagles.
Yeah.
For many reasons.
Yes.
And I also think it has to do with football people forget the narrative of it.
Sure.
Football people don't like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you talk about, they win, they're this, they're that.
Yeah.
Mahomes is the pretty boy.
Yeah.
We want,
Yeah.
Andy Reid has a lot of haters out there.
Yes,
you know what
absolutely,
I mean? So I think on both fronts, everybody's for the
True.
Eagles because you have the
They have your fans. Yeah, you're right.
the people who
Right.
say, "Oh, which team? Oh, look at this story," which is a phenomenal story.
Right.
So you win those people over. You win the people who know football, who I don't want them to win, and then unless you're a Chiefs fan,
No, that's fair. That's
and
fair.
even though I think the Eagles are favored now, correct?
Yeah.
They're still the underdog,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because they're not supposed to be.
But I think if Mahomes is 100%, I think that they are.
which I think I think 2 weeks off, I think everybody's
Yeah, I think so too.
they were not supposed to be there.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's where I've been saying it from a while. Philly will be in the Super Bowl. Now he has to get the job done. He has to get the job done. Because at first it was like, can you be better than Carson?
right.
He's proven that.
Oh yeah.
Now he has to get it done. But you know what? If for some chance they lose, people will say, well, Carson,
You know what sucks?
he would have got it done.
Sucks on that front, and I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
It stinks that they didn't have a game. Like the game wasn't the game last week. Like
Right.
because it's like, oh well, you played the Giants, you're supposed to beat them,
Yeah.
right? Then you have your game that's supposed to be the game, and then both quarterbacks get hurt. And I think for the Eagles' perspective, I wish they would have had some adversity in the game last week so that they had to fight and battle and work to overcome that going into the Super Bowl.
They didn't really work that hard, like when it came to, they had adversity because they had to go to Nick Foles, right? But during those games they played, Minnesota, that was a thrashing, right?
Yeah.
So then who they played before that?
Falcons. That was
That was a tough game.
yeah.
That was a tough game. Matter of fact, because the Falcons should have won that game.
But they had tough games leading into the playoffs.
They did.
Whereas the Eagles didn't.
They did.
Ever since
this year
Foles
they haven't
was
been
hurt. They haven't had
Yeah.
They haven't been
that
challenged this
game.
year
They
at all.
haven't, you know, even they lost. So that but Foles was. I mean, not Foles. Hurts wasn't playing.
Yeah.
So when was the last time they got challenged?
Yeah.
That's what scared
The most
me.
challenging game this year was when they had Gardner Minshew in against Dallas,
Yeah.
and it still almost won.
Yeah.
And it's
I just like the team, man. I just think they got some players.
And they're a team. They're a team.
They're hard not to
fighting
like
for each other. They're
Which one's the better team? I mean, as far as like just the team aspect, this team or the other Super Bowl team?
this team without a doubt.
This team.
Right.
Right. So kudos to Harry Roseman.
For sure.
Kudos to, you know what I'm saying, Hurts for leading that locker room. And again, like, you know what, listen, you know, when he's being asked all these questions at the podium, he's just saying the right things.
Mm-hmm.
What does Carson say if it was him?
I mean, he points the finger at everybody else.
Right.
Well, if they're winning, I think he says the right things.
Yeah, when they're losing,
Adversity.
Yeah.
When let's see what, and I hope we don't find out what they lose.
Yeah.
But like that's when you'll know.
Yeah, who he is.
And you know what Hurts is gonna say. You already.
Yeah. I'm just, like I said, I just think that the story of that is incredible. Even the story I was talking to my brother and my uncles last night. Story that he's a coach's kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, his father's out there, he coached him, he this and that. You know, that stuff, it's those things. It's what a story. What a story. You know what I'm saying? And what you know, I just think it was the right move. You know what I mean? You got to credit Doug Peterson for making the move.
Right. Yep.
Because he got fired for it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Carson had that much pull.
and all Doug did is got a new job and took the Jaguars to respectability.
Right. Think about it like this. Carson had that much pull.
Yeah. He did. But at the time,
I think most quarterbacks do.
right.
Okay.
But and at the time, like I said, at the time, they did not want to admit the errors of their ways in all that they had given up for them. So they were like, well, we have to stick to the plan, which was we're going to ride with this guy as our quarterback. So let's see what happens if we change the coach. And then we realized that it wasn't the coach. It was
We
the
realized that before we got a new coach.
Thank you. You celebrated that moment. You know, Carson was a businessman. He maximized that 11-3. He maximized it.
Yeah.
Because he has not been the same ever since.
No,
Sure.
he has not.
Right.
He's horrible.
Right. But he won't be out the league, though.
No, he'll absolutely start a game this coming year for some team.
And he shouldn't, though.
No.
But why do you think
He'll
that?
still be a starting quarterback this year.
No, he won't be, I don't know if he'll be a starter, but I think he'll absolutely, like I said, he might in a
he
backup
might.
role.
I don't know where,
I
though.
don't think he'll be a starter.
No, because the teams that need quarterback, there's a lot of good quarterbacks out there that are better than Carson.
Right. But Ron Rivera?
Yeah.
The playoffs on the line. He didn't go with my man. He went with Wentz.
That's so dumb. So dumb.
Stupid.
So dumb.
You know, but let's go Eagles, though. You know, listen, I'm rooting for y'all. I'm happy for, you know, all my people out there that's able to celebrate all that. I do think it's a bit of a stretch, though. You know, and definitely want to talk about this more. Maybe not today, but at some point. And, you know, why are school districts giving 2-hour delays to school Monday morning after the Super Bowl?
I wish my school.
Huh?
I wish my school did that. I mean, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but I'm just saying, man.
I mean, right. When it snows, we still got to struggle in. You know what I mean? We got to do all weather-related stuff. We can't even get no snow day. We get a snow day, we lose a spring break day.
No, I agree.
Because the Eagles are in the Super Bowl.
Does your school have a 2-hour delay?
No. But it's growing. I'm not sure. I don't think we do it. But that mind frame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there were some school districts that closed for the parade.
Yeah, well, I mean, all the Philly schools, I believe, will close because there's no way you
makes
can.
sense.
Yeah, you can't have a.
But there were Jersey schools closed, though.
I don't know if they closed. Did they?
Promise you.
I don't know.
Couldn't believe it. That's what made me say, like, wow, you know what? Y'all ain't never won nothing. I understand it. You never been at the table. We never been at the table.
I mean,
somebody said, "Well, will you go if the Sixers win? Will you go to their?" Yeah, I'll call out of work and go.
right. Exactly.
Now, if my job closes, okay, but I use no time. But I'm still gonna be like, "What? Yo, listen, come on, come on." You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just some of my thoughts and ideologies.
So what? So we talked about, and we just talked about this before. Going back to the Super Bowl, one of the funniest things is the prop bets that they have. On,
I don't know.
You know, it's a
there's some funny ones.
There's some funny ones.
I don't know. I know about the commercials.
Eh,
And they've been dry.
yeah, the commercials have not been good.
One of the prop bets I saw was how many times will they show Andy Reid on the Eagles, like as the Eagles coach, like coaching for the Eagles?
Oh,
like,
what's the over under 3.5?
It was 2.5.
Oh,
Wow.
see, I would take the over.
Take the over.
I would take the over
Yeah.
because I think. But now, does this say in the game or is this including pregame?
From kickoff.
Oh, see, from kickoff.
I said under because I
See-
think it's going to be a close game, so I don't think they're going to have time for
No,
that.
see, if you want to include a pregame, then I'd say absolutely over
Yeah, I'm
2.5.
with you.
Like one I saw too was like Rihanna. What song she gonna sing?
Is she
And, like,
performing?
Yeah, and like Umbrella was at like plus 800, and I'm like, how does Rihanna go out on there and not do
Not doing
Umbrella?
Ella.
Yeah, so I think I might put a little $10 down on that. So then they have the funny ones like, you know, who's gonna show first, and then the color of the Gatorade, and you know,
Do you guys remember when Gatorade was just one color?
I don't. I remember there was 3 original colors.
Yeah, I remember the 3.
Like there was the red, the yellow, and what else was there? Orange. Yeah.
Yeah. Gatorade was just one color.
Yellow, right?
Yellow. Lemon lime. Disgusting. Do you remember?
I think lemon lime underrated.
Actually, yeah, I don't mind. it.
Overrated?
Underrated.
Yeah.
Hell.
I never liked the red Gatorade.
Disgusting.
I think it's underrated.
Oh, I can't. I mean, if I had nothing else to drink, I'll drink
Yeah,
it.
I think orange is the worst.
Absolutely not. Orange is the best. Actually. But my favorite color is orange too, though. So,
Oh, okay.
but I will say this though. Do y'all remember when Gatorade was in glass bottles?
No.
Okay, see that's what I'm saying. I'm
No.
going back.
No. Do you remember when they came out with Gatorade gum?
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are like new inventions.
It was. I was all about it. too.
Like Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi?
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
So
I remember.
Crystal Pepsi.
No.
Well, I think they
came
brought it
back
back.
out
They,
too,
I was gonna
right?
say they brought it
Oh,
back.
you remember it when it came back?
They brought it back.
Is that when you remember it?
Yes.
What is
Oh.
Crystal Pepsi?
It's a clear.
Clear Pepsi.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember? You don't remember when it first came out?
No,
Oh yeah, man.
probably came out in 1984.
No, it was like 80, maybe 88,
Okay.
maybe 90.
All right.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh.
No. What's your favorite soda?
Favorite what?
Favorite soda, if you have to go with soda.
Coke.
Yeah. Outside the box, though, not of like the brand name. But still a Coke guy?
Oh, outside.
Like outside the box. Like I'm saying, it's like I love a birch beer. Like a good birch beer. It's one of my favorites.
You mean root beer?
No, there's a difference.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
I believe there's a difference between birch beer and
No,
root
wait a minute. You said there's a difference. And you said you believe there's a difference.
I was gonna say, I believe that on my palate, there's a difference between birch beer and
No.
root beer.
Have you ever had? Here's a stretch, and shout out to Mr. Mr. Pizzuaro, because I was.
Oh, we got a real name.
No, Mr. P. He's a good guy, but I gave him. He loves celery, so my grandfather used to drink celery soda. You guys never had it?
Never had.
No, I never heard of it.
Never even heard of it.
Okay, I'm gonna get you some because they sell it right at the shop right there down the street. But growing up, my grandfather had celery soda. It's by Dr. Brown's.
Oh, Dr. Brown's Black Cherry, great soda.
Great, sir. They have cream soda.
Yeah, yeah.
They have root beer.
Yeah.
But they also have celery soda.
But wait, now you're saying two different things. Is it celery or celery?
It's the same thing.
Okay. Well,
It's celery soda, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's different. It's actually really good, though. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's really good. So I'm gonna give you guys a can. You know
All
what
right.
I'm saying?
we'll try it live on the air.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, like, you know what I mean? It's a great, to me, I grew up on it. So my grandfather used to buy it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Dad grew up on Diet Black Cherry, ShopRite's own brand.
Yeah.
That's
So-
what it.
But see, I often say, well, damn, why would they make celery soda? But it's probably because back in those days, it weren't many flavors.
Mm-hmm.
So they were trying new things. You know what I'm saying? And celery. Like, I'm sure they have like a cucumber soda somewhere.
Yeah, they have a lot of
Cucumber water, cucumber.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They got it somewhere, you know what I mean? But lemon lime is absolutely the worst Gatorade, though.
I don't think it's the worst.
I don't think it's the best.
The worst Gatorade ever was the Rain that they came out with at one time. It tasted like they just like put someone's sweat in there. It was disgusting.
Yeah, those were new flavors. I don't even know about
The Rain was horrible. But before we wrap up today, Sixers 9 out of 10
like the way they're playing.
should be 10 out of 10. It was a bad loss on that one to the Magic.
Yeah, they let that up. You know what I mean? But I like how they're playing, man. They're playing very well. I'm excited for them. They play the Knicks tonight.
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
See how that goes. Then they play them back in Philly. Philly. They're in New York tonight.
Yeah.
They're playing back in Philly. Friday. So we'll see how that goes or whatever. But I like the Knicks, man. I mean, I like the Knicks and I like the Sixers, though. I'm really excited about the Sixers, though.
May you venture out to that game, possibly?
When?
Friday?
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay.
Possibly. It's a possibility.
Should James have been an all-star?
No.
I agree.
And neither should Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Complaining why he wasn't one.
Numbers wise, you can make the case for him, but he hasn't played enough games.
No.
And I think there's other guys who are having bigger impacts. He's doing a great job. Like, just keep doing what you're doing, James.
Yeah, good point
It's not negative.
Good
Just
point
keep doing
guard.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
What about that fight the other day? Did you see that between with Mo Bamba and Austin Rivers?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
It's just-
Austin Rivers comes across as a hothead. I feel like he's always
That's
involved.
not his first incident.
No, he's always involved in things. I like
I
him,
agree.
though. I like his
And
game.
that's what I say. He doesn't back down from anybody.
No, I like his game. He should be a starter, I think.
And I think I like Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba's gonna be out of the league in a second too. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like, he came off the bench to fight him. Like, what are you doing?
But I will tell you this, though. I'm slowly not liking this Memphis team.
Because they're talking.
They talk too much.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks, I actually liked him last year in the playoffs, but now it's like you want to start trouble all the
Well,
time.
Ja also said some ridiculous comments that he was gonna he was able to take Mike in his prime.
Yeah, I mean,
It's confidence.
You have to have confidence.
I mean, it's confidence, but it's
Yeah.
like relax.
I think Draymond said it best when they said, how do you feel about like who's your biggest competition in the West? And Ja said, we're good in the West. Like, we're not worried about anybody in the West. And Draymond said it best. He said, Ja, you're good in the West,
Right.
but the Grizzlies, I don't know about that. So like, Ja, you're fine. Like, you're the guy. You're a superstar. But the rest of your guys, I don't know if they're ready.
That's fine.
So I mean, I think that's what it is. Like, Ja's talking for Ja, and he's right.
nice.
Like, Ja's that.
Yeah.
But the rest, like, those guys can't keep up with him. They can't back up what he's talking. So
no.
But the best trash talking that I've seen recently was Kevin Durant. Shaq.
And Shaq.
Shaq said, no, Durant said, about what's the dude named Rich Lama, whatever.
Rui Hachimura. What is it?
Rory Hachimura?
Hachimura, or whatever. Shaq said, well, I don't know what this, and then Durant said, oh, well, you don't know ball. And Shaq said, well, you don't know when to get a haircut. That was funny. You know what I'm saying?
Shaq,
So,
Shaq's funny.
Well, don't come for him. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what Shaq said. Don't come from him. I think the funniest thing that I saw was, I sent that to you guys. What do you think was going through the mind of this individual to suit up in a 13-year-old school game?
I had to repost that.
I don't understand that. What do you think she was? Do you think she was like trying to relive her?
She wasn't even doing that well.
I thought she was dominating.
I mean, I don't know.
But I mean, you think she was trying to relive her past?
I don't know
something?
what she was thinking
I don't
about.
know what she's thinking. Like,
I mean,
because it wasn't like,
imagine you went to coach and you said, "Coach, please put me in. No one's going to notice."
well, yeah, but like, I would like a high school varsity game, like. Okay, you're trying to win
maybe.
like something that matters.
Maybe.
But this was like a 8th grade freshman, whatever
That's
game.
insane.
She was 13.
What are we doing?
The middle school trophy of 4 other schools or 2 other
What's
schools.
happening? Like, I don't know. I
That was sad.
That was
You know what I'm saying? That was sad. But that I'm trying to think because it's always two stories. It's always things I read. I read it all the time, right? Different things. So I'm not sure if that was the worst story that I read this week, or was it the lady that worked for some company and stole 1 million chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
No.
It was at a school.
At a school.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one is worse, you know what I'm saying? But which one is worse? Let that be the front runner question of the week. Okay.
Would you rather pose?
I think you're going to see a majority say posing as the 13-year-old
As the worst?
because people love chicken wings and they are very expensive.
Okay.
And people could say,
Still.
Now
which one's worse?
Now I'm not as familiar with this chicken wing story.
Oh, look at
She
that.
stole them from the kids, basically.
No, so she worked in the cafeteria, or she
Okay.
was ordering the food or whatever, and she stole $1 million worth of chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. And then this was gonna so kids didn't get fed, or she just took it and pocketed it.
She probably just ordered it and kept it.
Okay.
for herself.
Yeah.
No, I'm still gonna go with the 13-year-old.
Chicken wing is worse. Because the chicken wing, your ass is going to jail. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
You're not going to
you're
jail.
taking money. You're taking money from other people.
Yeah, you're going to jail.
That's $1 million.
Okay, so
Going to jail.
which is more which is more embarrassing? Because that's
That's probably the better language.
because honestly, it's like, all right, well, I tried to get away with stealing the food.
That's
I
the
didn't get
better
away with
language.
it.
I
But
think more embarrassing. Let that
close.
be the
That's
front
close.
runner question of the week right there.
because if you're in jail, it's like, what are you in for? Attempted murder. What are you in for?
Chicken wings.
Stole the chicken wings.
Right. You're going to automatically get
You could be
tested.
walking by
You're gonna
yourself.
get tested.
Someone's gonna be like, "Bagar!"
No. They're gonna bagar you. That's what they're gonna do. Yeah, you know what I mean. That is a great
Gonna
question.
get plucked.
Yeah, big time. You know what I'm saying?
we got sponsors.
So, but I will say that shout out to Front Runner New Jersey. They're
Yes.
having their annual South Jersey. I think it's a business expo.
It is
on
February 9th.
February 9th, this Thursday. So if you guys are available, I do have a game that day. So I'm not sure. But you know what? Normally I would say, hey, yeah, I'll be there because of who we playing. But yeah, no, we lost. So I don't know. But I should be able to stop by there. If you guys are able to stop by there, let's break bread, man.
Yeah. It is this Thursday, 6 to 8, Original Hot Dog Factory
Yes,
in Voorhees.
that's right. Yeah, let's break bread. I had some. My son brought me home some of them chicken wings last week. Delicious. So let's stop. I'll make that the cheat meal of the week.
Well, maybe the chicken wings are so expensive because of this lady. Did we ever recoup this $1 million worth of chicken wings?
Well, in the words of Cat Williams, right? He doesn't understand, and I don't understand either, why we had a chicken wing shortage and crisis, because
Chickens
there wasn't a chicken leg crisis. There wasn't a chicken
and chickens don't even have
thigh.
wings.
There wasn't a chicken thigh crisis. But there was a chicken wing crisis. Isn't that that's a little
Well, a chicken wing crisis is not a crisis.
It's not a crisis.
really? I mean, I'm saying, really? You know what I'm saying? I will tell you this, speaking of chicken wings, I went to a place called Bonchon or Bonchan Chicken. It's Korean fried chicken. Banging. It's in University City.
Okay.
Banging. Right off Chestnut. Banging. They have locations all over. You want some good chicken wings? Good chicken wings. And good drinks. And anything else. Salad. I had sesame ginger salad. Chicken wings, soy garlic. Delicious. So if you're ever in Philly, check out Bonchan chicken wings. Banging.
Okay.
Delicious.
All right.
That's it. That's all I had.
That's all you got?
Shout out to all those teams that's playing out there in the Holy Cross Prep Tournament again. And just, because the high school season is dwindling down, isn't it?
Like 2 more weeks.
Wow. And then
Before
you have are you in a county tournament?
Yeah, ours starts the 13th.
13th. Okay, then you have a tournament and then playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like college a little bit. Yeah, the Big East playoffs. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, and today's matchups start 11:30. You got Pittman and Cinnaminson.
and I hope that kid Crispin, that's Crispin's son,
Yeah.
is playing. But I don't know. I heard he had hurt himself.
Yeah.
And then I spoke to actually his father at Rowan. He said, yeah, he's got like a sprain, I think, or something like that. So I don't know.
Cinnamin's good.
And then I hear they're really good too.
Okay.
Actually, that's Jason Coach's nephews, the Harveys.
Yeah.
The Harveys. I hear they're pretty
They're
good.
tough. Yeah, they're tough.
Okay.
Then you got Overbrook and St. Augustine Prep.
I'm a big Overbrook fan, man. Like, yo, first of all, the coach, he watches the show all the time. Is Donnie Lang?
Donnie Lang, yep.
Good guy, man. But I like their team. You know what I'm saying? They be talking a little bit, but I like David Haywood, man.
He's tough. Yeah.
He's, you know what I'm saying? And I hear he's not even a basketball guy. He's more of a football guy, I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? But I like him. I like their team, though. They could do some things.
Then we got Triton versus the host Holy Cross Prep.
So Triton, I don't like that one dude. He did a dirty play on my Pensgrove guy. You know what I'm saying? But Triton, they do have Miles Davis Jones, and that's a friend of mine, son. So I'm not sure who I'll be rooting for. Who's that? Triton versus who? Y'all? I'm right for y'all.
I was gonna say, I was like,
wait a minute, I'm wrong for
Jay,
y'all. Come on, wait
I was
a
like,
minute.
yeah, I was gonna
I'm
say,
wrong
I was
for
like,
y'all, man.
I was gonna say that's the hometown.
No, I wasn't sure. I wasn't paying
And
attention.
then do we have to figure out who's playing in Cumberland at 4:45?
Cumberland versus Camden Academy Charter.
Okay, all right.
That is another friend of mine's son. She just actually, I asked her the question Friday. She responded back today. So, but yeah, her son's playing, so I get a chance to see her son.
And then we got Gloucester Catholic and Egg Harbor Township to wrap up the tournament.
Egg Harbor Township is good.
Egg Harbor's tough.
We saw them over at Paul VI, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they're tough. Gloucester Catholic, they're okay.
Yeah.
They're okay. They got a shooter, though. They got a heck of a shooter, though. Heck of a shooter. And they got another shooter. He's a JV kid. They would call him Scalabrini. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's Coach Bell. Coach Bell, who's going to be joining the show at some point.
And-
EHT, yeah.
Oh, Egg Harbor.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But this kid, he's like a freshman or something like that. You wouldn't even suspect like threes. Crazy.
So I did want to go back to the Triton and shout out. You may have seen it. It was a cool ESPN type moment where the senior manager of the team, doesn't get in, obviously. He's just the manager. Get in on senior night, took a jumper, knocked it down. Mike McHale was his name. Pretty cool moment.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He scored?
Yeah, he knocked down the jumper.
Oh. Okay. Let's shout him out.
I was going to say, shout him out.
This one?
I don't know. You're the one that controls it. Don't boo him, please. How about we just...
No, I didn't know. He never plays. Is that what it is?
No, he doesn't play. He's a team manager.
He just got in for senior night.
They put him in on senior night, gave him an inbound pass, and he knocked down the jumper. Pretty cool story.
Yeah, good
So,
stuff.
I mean, I always like the ones you see like on ESPN when the guy comes in and then knocks like 9 threes down. And he's like, what? I told you I could ball.
I just fell off with the Triton team after that. You know what I mean? My man, he hit him he punched him, y'all.
Oh, no, I get that.
I don't know.
I get that.
I'm big on you know what I'm saying, like kids' behavior. Like, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Kids gotta understand.
If you're going to win and lose respectably.
right, like
Respectfully.
I forget who
Respectably.
Pemberton,
Respectability.
right? Pemberton played. I thought the coach was. I mean, I don't really know the coach or whatever. I did say I like his Jordans, and he didn't say thank you. And he was like, I'm like, okay, maybe you were locked into the game or whatever. But I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You could have been like, oh, yo, go good looking or something like that. You could have said something though. But whatever. But then you know what?
He said, I like your Crocs.
But then no, I didn't have Crocs.
Oh,
Okay. But this is when I said when the guard got the tag. fouled out early in like the first half. I think he was done.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and he's just talking. And I just don't think teams should allow their kids to just be talking. It's just a sign of disrespect. As good as Paul VI is, they gotta stop that talking. Manny Joe Samuel was, you know, I always talk about what he did last year at your tournament. This year he got busy. Talks too much though. I hate to say that. I don't like to see kids talk like that. It's just to me, it's a reflection, because once you do it, everybody, it spreads. It spreads, and now it's like people say, okay, well, they have no discipline. I don't know. I get being a fierce competitor. I get all that, but I just feel like you got to be able to channel your emotions a little.
Well, you're right. It's a reflection of the team, because you should be able to, wrap your team up as quickly as it is. Like, you should have control.
Yeah, in my opinion.
I mean, there's still a little bit of a leash of allowing some trash talk, because sometimes you do like to see your team trying to get fired up. But I understand what you're saying.
Right.
So, with that said, Coach, what's your final thoughts as we wrap up the show today?
Just gotta win this game today. Big game for us with playoff implications.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then just gearing up for the Super Bowl. That's about it.
We got Holy Cross -4. That's the line.
No, I don't know line.
No, I don't know. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. There's no line.
I am rooting for Holy Cross.
Absolutely.
Let me say that. Let me make it clear. It's the Lancers, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm rooting for the Lancers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And there are no lines. There are no lines in high school basketball.
But yeah. I'm waiting for you. You didn't ask me. So,
well, if you give me a second, I mean, what is your final thoughts, Mr. Bryce?
Yo, listen, just looking forward to this last day at a tournament. We're definitely going to recognize Black History Month. We're doing some events at the school. I'm very happy about. We are showing the movie Till and having some food to eat on Friday. So even if you are not a student and you're a community member, or you just happen to be in the area and you're a friend of mine, please come by and come watch the movie and get some food afterwards. We're starting at 6:00. We also going to have, it's got a couple of different events going on. We're going to be going to the Black History Museum in Washington, D.C. We're going to a college tour at Coppin State during the week. So just trying to do some things to kind of celebrate Black history. Everything, and let me just speak on this, because I was having a conversation with a student about Black history. History can be uncomfortable, and that's okay. It's okay. It's okay if you're uncomfortable. It's okay if other cultures are uncomfortable. That's just what history is. And truth be told, there wouldn't be no Black History Month if we celebrated and honored all history. There'd be no need to have a Black History Month. And I think some people forget that. Our young kids coming up, they want to only deal with what's comfortable. But that's not history. History is the good, the bad, the indifferent. You have to accept it all. That's my take on that.
Agreed.
Randy, there's nothing you're gonna say to follow that up. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't want you thinking like, all right, how do I say? Just
no. That's why I just said agreed. That was it. Listen. We say you're always growing and learning and evolving. That's why I said agreed, and I was going to say, and my final thought of the day is that we got the Eagles coming up in a week.
Yeah,
I'm excited about the tournament. Be out there. Keep in mind the Instagram, the Twitter. We've been continuing to grow the following. A lot of people, it's pretty cool. I know we always say that. A lot of times we say, hey, let's get it and whatnot. And a lot of people out there are like, oh, yeah, I've seen your show. I see your stuff. Yeah. So it is.
Spoke to a couple of refs.
We did. Tony Ledwell. We talked to him.
So he's a good dude.
He's excited. He's going to come on the show. So it was very exciting to do that. And the kids too. A lot of kids are, oh yeah, I've seen your stuff. So if you're starting to get in with the kids, then you're starting to make a little bit of a mark.
I definitely want to do that referee show. But I actually had a thought a little differently. Well, we got to do a referee show. We definitely got to do that. But I do want to shout out, because as much as I was talking about as, Manny Joe Samuel, they be talking and whatever like that. You know who don't talk? Josh Eli. Shout out to Josh Eli. He does not talk at all.
And he had a dunk the other day. I forgot. I'm not sure who they were playing.
Did you show
I
that?
did. Yeah, he had a dunk the other day that was disgusting.
Yeah.
He had a nice one last night, too.
He did have a two last night, you know what I'm saying? But he gets so quick off his feet, though. Like, he's like unstoppable underneath that.
And he's just a stand-up kid.
So shout out, I did want to make sure I shout him out.
Yeah.
Because he just goes about his business. And that I can appreciate. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? And no knock on Manny Joe, because Manny Joe's tough. I mean, I think he got like 14, 15, 16 at halftime. So he's tough. They're tough. But I just want to, it's just too much.
Stop the flapping.
It's too much. It's too much. Just play a game. Because what happens is that college is going to recruit you, and they want that tenacity, right? But they're not going to want all that. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, you are who you are shows up everywhere you go. So I'm almost positive that he's probably that way, a little bit argumentative in the classroom. This and that. You got to start to grow. And maybe he's only in 10th grade, I think, or something like that. So maybe with maturation, whatever like that. He's still a very good player. They're actually a very good team, to be honest with you. They're a very good team. I think somebody told me they only lost to Camden by like 16, which is crazy, right? Which is crazy when you're like, yo, listen, they're a really good team because they only lost to Camden by 16. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's remarkable, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
It's remarkable. That's a celebrated victory. I'm sorry, celebrated loss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
Well, the thing is with the size with them too. If you can match up the size somewhat,
yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, just looking forward to some tournaments, man. Man. What about you, man? What's your final thought? Did you give it already?
That's it. It's Super Bowl week.
Super Bowl week.
That's it. I mean, it's funny because like this past week, I was like, yeah, cool. I'm excited about it.
Right.
But now that it is Super Bowl week,
Okay. We got to
Picks
do a
up a little
Super Bowl
bit.
show. I'm
Absolutely.
hoping that we really, our schedules can align for us to do a Super Bowl show because we got to talk about and I already know, and I need you to tell me what that is that your wife makes because that is what you told me. You said last year, there's something with the Hawaiian.
Oh,
Come on, dog. Come on. I'm very.
the meatball Hawaiian
The
sliders.
word. Something. Something. So we're gonna talk about what our favorite Super Bowl things are. Because I'm not sure if I want to barbecue. I want to do something. The Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Not sure though. And let's talk about our favorite Super Bowl moment. And maybe worst moment.
I like that.
About, you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So,
I will lift that. Jeez. With that said,
Onyx.
I know. With that said, we appreciate you guys watching. Once again, catch us on Instagram, the Let's Get It Sports Podcast, and Twitter. Go check us out. Of course, on Facebook, continue to help us grow. For Coach, for Jay, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you next time.